Alright guys, what's up? So today I'm changing the oil on my car. It's a 1992 Mazda Miata. And to begin, you're probably going to want to warm it up just a little bit, not to normal temperature because the oil might burn you. But I already warmed mine up and took off the cap, the oil cap, because it'll let more air in, so it'll drain out faster. And you're going to want to jack it up from the driver's side. Right there, you see. And you're going to want to put a jack stand right there. I'm not doing that because I can't find the jack stands, but yeah, I don't recommend you doing it without jack stands. So you're going to need a 19mm wrench. I use this ratchet, and it's it's 3/4 ratchet. But anyway, this is your oil pan, the one with the cool ridges, and then your drain holes right there. It's pretty hard to miss, and it comes out towards the not the driver's, but the passenger side. So that's why you want to jack up that side. And yeah, so it's hard to see in here, but mine's pretty much almost done draining. That's why you warm it up. It makes it come out easier because it makes the oil thinner. So yeah, anyway. And the oil filter is, if you go to the passenger side and look under the throttle body, you can see it right there, the white one. So there's not much room in there, but hopefully it's hand tightened and you can just take it out with your hand and then pretty much just put the new one in. It's pretty easy. So here's mine. And it's TG6607, but there's like a better one, and this one lasts for 10,000 miles. So okay, put it here. And so you want to, as soon as you pull it out, you want to face it up so the oil doesn't fall out too much. It takes a while to pull out. The oil's kind of warm. I'll put this down. It's hard to pull out. Okay, here it is. But anyway, the new one and the oil. You want to fill it with some oil. And this is the oil I'm using. It's high mileage, Castrol, and 10W30. The manual does say you could use 5W30, but I live in Florida, so the winter doesn't really get too cold, and it's about to be winter. So I think I'll be okay. And this isn't the best brand, but that's what I'll use today. Also, I just got this car not too long ago, and this is the first time I changed the oil. I know that's really bad because that should have been the first thing I should have done, but I didn't have any money, so I don't have a job. but I'm about to get a job, so anyway, that's the story. And now you just want to put a little bit of oil on it. So as you can see, I put some oil in it, and also this rubber ring, you want to get a little bit of oil and rub it around it so it could seal better when you screw it in. And so I told you guys that this was the first time I was changing the oil, so I don't know what kind of oil I used to have, but I kind of hope it was 10W30. So here's the manual, and I just want to show you real quick. There. 5W30 is pretty much recommended for the cold, under 30 something degrees, and 10W30 pretty much covers all the ranges. And I live in Florida, so it doesn't really get colder than 40 degrees here, even in the winter. So that's for 1992, if you were wondering. And here is the oil capacities: 3.8 quarts. The bottle is 5 quarts. So you do the math there. And I'm putting the old filter back in. Okay, so I put the filter back in and it's dark gray, so you can't really see it. But anyway, it was a little bit difficult, but went in pretty smoothly. So you only want to hand tighten it, because next time you take it off, you don't want to be using a wrench, because I don't know about you, but that room isn't enough for me to work with the wrenches. But what I'm gonna do now is, since this is a 5 quart and I only need 3.8, I'm just gonna pour some in there to clean it out with new oil, because I don't know what kind of oil I had in there, and also I don't know how long it's been there actually. I have had it for like 2,000 miles, a little bit more I think. So it was about time to change it, but I don't know if I had the oil in there for a lot longer. So that oil did look pretty black, but I'll put a little bit right now. Look at this funnel. If you don't have a funnel, by the way, I'd recommend that you get like a milk bottle and cut the top off, and you can use that as your funnel. Okay, I had a dead bug in it, so there. So let me just pour a little bit. Okay, that should be enough. So it's coming out just as I put it in. Pretty clean. You don't have to do that. I just did that just because I wanted to see if I could get it cleaner. So as soon as that stops, I'm gonna put the drain plug back in and pull that pan out. I'll lower the car, and then you're gonna want to put like probably 3.5 quarts. It needs 3.8, but I'd recommend putting like 3.5, and then checking your dipstick and adding until it's at the desired mark. Okay, I'll pause it. Okay, so that's the oil, and it definitely looks like it needed to be changed. And I put the plug back in, and I use the same wrench. Just make sure you hand tighten it first because you don't want to strip it, and just tighten it enough. I think you're supposed to have like 25 foot-pounds on it, but I don't have a torque wrench, and as long as it doesn't spill, I'm okay. If it does, I'll just tighten it more. So now that's your dipstick right there, the yellow one, except mine has the top broken. And just pour oil in it and check it, basically. You can hear it. Okay, I just have like 1 quart left. So I'm gonna put it down while it sits in place. So I lowered the car, and the oil should be settling in. So I'm gonna check it. It's hard to focus. It has a little bit of oil in it, but it's not really marking anything. So just keep in mind that putting a little bit at a time is the best way, because you don't want to put too much. It's harder to take out than to put in. So, you know, if you would take the drain plug out right now, it would be hard to control how much you take out. But you can just keep putting in if you don't have enough. So yeah, just let it settle. So it's kind of hard to tell because the oil is pretty clear on the dipstick, but mine is at the full mark. It could be a little bit lower, but just keep it in between the low, the empty mark, and the full mark, and you'll be okay. And then just remember to put your cap back on, and anything else you might have left on the engine bay. And I would recommend that you check the oil again after driving it, but let it settle for like probably an hour, just to make sure you did have it right. And that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys later, and stay tuned. I'll be uploading more videos. Like, I'm gonna change the top, and I might put a hard top on it too. I'll be doing a few other things on it. I'll be changing some other oils too. So see you guys.